Reed. Jeff, please.
Thank you. This game seemed to be very reflective of how our season has gone the last couple of weeks. Kind of ends with me saying how proud I am of our guys. And tonight was a tough night for us in a lot of ways. On the floor, off the floor, on the floor. Just probably need a little bit more offense, maybe a few more stops, but incredibly proud of our guys and how hard they fought. We got out-rebounded by 24 last Saturday. Tonight, we win the boards. We had 12 offensive rebounds. That's a sign of care and energy and heart and toughness and passion. And we had that thing at 3 a handful of times in the second half, and we just couldn't seem to get over the hump. And they had a couple timely shots to stretch that thing to 6 and 7, and we just couldn't cut it any more than that. But just very, very proud of our guys' efforts. Yeah.
Questions for the student athletes of Drake. Start right here.
TJ, you had a good offensive game in the first half, and then Dante Thomas, who I think you were guarding some or on in the second half, kind of went off in the second half. Can you describe both of those halves?
I just think the game comes to you, and I feel the first half I had good shots and good passes from my teammates, and he had a couple of tough shots in the second half, so that's how it goes sometimes.
For both of you guys, 3 of the Arch Madness matchups to start off the tournament are immediate rematches. What are some of the challenges of that turnaround this late in the season, especially since you've seen Bradley twice?
Reed first, please, and then TJ.
I don't think it's just an adjustment. You play them twice during the year, so you're going to play a team the third time regardless in the tournament. So I don't think it made that big a difference playing them our last conference game, because if anything it'd be an advantage just because we know it's fresh in our minds and we know how to defend them and know what our game plan will be. But yeah, I don't think it's any disadvantage or advantage. You just got to come out and play your game.
I agree as well. I just feel like it's a game of basketball at the end of the day, so we go out there and play and try to win, and they do the same no matter how many times we play them.
Both of you are juniors. With the way this season is, I guess, ended, how motivated are you to get back into it and have a great senior season?
TJ, you're first this time.
I'm extremely motivated because this is my first year from JUCO into D1, so I could see how the level of basketball is here. So I'm looking forward to getting in the gym off season.
Yeah, I agree with TJ, and I've been here 3 years, and going into my last year, I don't think there's anything else to motivate you other than going into your last year, you're going to have a successful year and looking forward to things like that. But I think, it's also important to take some time off just to regroup in your heads and then come back and hit it hard. But definitely looking forward to eventually getting back to work with the guys and enjoying every moment of it. So.
TJ, you spoke of this being your first year at Drake. What has the adjustment process been like transferring from JUCO, and how do you feel like you progressed in what areas over this season?
This season has really taught me to think the game more than just being aggressive and playing the game. It was like a great learning lesson for me. It slowed things down and put it in a different perspective.
Anything else for the student athletes of Drake? Okay, gentlemen, we'll dismiss you now. We'll stay with the head coach a little longer. Thank you. First question for Jeff, right here.
I wanted to ask you about Dante Thomas and what he did in the second half. I mean, and you guys were, well, I'll just start there and then I'll have a follow-up for it.
Yeah, Dave, he's been a beast all 3 times that we've played him. And quite honestly, at halftime, we felt maybe we had solved the puzzle or cracked the puzzle. You know, we held them in check fairly well the first half. No points, 4 boards. And then to go 17-5 in the second half. And probably none bigger than when we had it at 3 and he hit the, I thought it was like a mid-range 15, 17-footer, and it just seemed to be a backbreaker only because we just couldn't seem to cut it any closer than that. Stin, very, very good player. And with that said, certainly much credit to Bradley, their team, their coaching staff. You know, as coaches in this league, we all, you know, it's not like we're just wrapped up with our own team. We follow everyone. And, you know, the job that Brian's done has been really special. And it's been not so much fun to play against, but fun to watch. A good young team with talent that keeps growing and getting better. And some guys that, you know, really have the ability to step up and be special, and Dante certainly being one of those. Yeah.
Well, just your team, obviously you guys have had some ups and downs, but for you taking over the team in midseason like you did, and for you guys to, you know, go through the stretch you did, and like you said, you've really stayed together. Could you kind of speak to that?
Yeah, thanks, Dave. I appreciate your question. Maybe I can sum it up best by what we shared with the team. We said that no one can take away from us what we've accomplished over the last 3 months. We set out to help these guys have a great experience. We set out to help these guys enjoy the journey and to help build their confidence, continue to help them play for one another. And we feel we did all that, and along the way we had a handful of wins. But far more proud of those other things I mentioned, even more than the wins. I mean, it was so much fun for our staff to see our guys, their confidence grow, for them to just carry over making plays on the practice floor and then doing it underneath the under the lights. And yeah, that was a special run to begin league play, and it was a challenge, no doubt. The last couple of weeks of not being able to get over the hump and just experience more of that success. But that's how it goes sometimes. It's a good group. It's a really good group, talented group, good team. Today again was just very reflective of how these last 8 or 9 games have gone for us. Most part. And it's a group that's it's got a strong core and a strong nucleus, and you add a couple pieces, and it's a group that can certainly get over the hump, and we got good days ahead. Thanks.
I asked TJ it, but from your perspective, what have you seen out of his growth this season, and what do you expect from him next year?
TJ has some stretches of fabulous play. That first half that he had here tonight, I mean, just his motor was running, had great energy, was active. He used all of that 6'8" plus length that he's got and bounce. He's got some skill. TJ's best days are ahead of him. You know, it is an adjustment, and you know, he'll work hard in the off season and kind of take his skill level another step. And, you know, just again, that just kind of understanding of our system and such. And he's a great teammate. Really proud of him. He was a good addition, a really good piece to the puzzle, just as D.T. McMurray, you know, 2 transfers that we added.
I guess speaking of McMurray, would you mind speaking about him and just how this season's gone from him? And he definitely he had a rough performance today, but definitely has a lot of talent.
Yeah, loads of talent. And like TJ, all our guys, just awesome young guy, high character, really coachable. Dite has the ability to get you 10 assists on any given night, and he's got a chance to get you 25 or 30 on every given night. And he's worked hard in his defense to improve that. And again, he'll have a great offseason. He's a good quarterback, just a good pass, dribble, shoot guard. Proud of DT with the progress that he'd made. I mean, all our guys. I mean, Reed, a guy like Reed, his confidence, it seemed like since day one was up here. And he made plays from day one. Some of our other guys, it's like they've worked very hard to improve their abilities, but they had to work maybe equally as hard as just being confident enough to make plays. And, with some of the other guys, maybe it took a little bit longer, but, the play, and Graham had a tough day today, but Graham's been special the last couple of weeks in particular, and I think he's been special since day one that we've had him, but he's really worked hard to be a complete player. C.J. Rivers and Ori and Casey, all these guys, they've made great progress with their skill and feel for the game, but just seeing their confidence grow, and it can continue to grow.
Final question.
With Reed, it seems like the feeling is starting to get monotonous and happening every year. What will you say to him to keep his confidence up going into next season, as he is a very talented player, and I'm sure it's getting very tiring to be one and done?
Well, two things. One, he needs the trust. He needs the trust in the entire process that, we'll continue to, like every team will do. You, at any level, you work hard to improve your roster, and then he, along with his teammates, need to continue to work on their game. Reed made big strides this year. One thing in particular, just his ability going right. And the scouting report's on him. This guy is a beast driving left, and he's worked really hard at driving right. And that might sound simple, but it was effective this year. And he's got other areas of his game that, he'll really pinpoint like he does with anything in his life. He's going to lock in and zero in and figure it out and be determined and then get better at it. So again, this group has got bright days ahead, no doubt about it.
Thank you, Jeff.